twice. Once biologically. That biological being in this society is a robot. To propaganda, media, everything that it's going to go through the first years of its life. That biological being is a robot. Then there's a second birth of a conscious entity. They said change your name. We thought we were supposed to change our name because we had the white man's names. The white man don't own any vibrations of sound, period. He has no monopoly on any vibration of sound. The reason we were changing our name is because what would the first thing a self-realized God or entity would do? It would first create from itself. So how can you be a God if you have not been self-created? No God has been created by somebody else or goddess. Do y'all follow what I'm saying? So you change your name so that you can invoke or manifest the entity of self that properly represents you. And it's one you know you own and have a patent on that. You follow what I'm saying? Otherwise, you are now responding to some vibrations that have been set into motion before you were born by some other entity. Whatever other consciousness that they was under. So it's not just because those are the slave master's name. That's your second birth. Of when you name yourself. Now there's a self there that is awakened. That is conscious and that is creating for the rest. Now, at that point, you're becoming a conscious ruler of your destiny. When you get to the naming part. So it's not just to give up the slave master's names. It's to realize yourself as the God being that you are. And create and direct the energies of this biological entity from that period on. That's a fact. Many people don't do that. They just got some name some spiritual group have gave them. Or some religious entity. Well, you didn't get it then. Until you become the ruler of your destiny and able to discipline and direct the energies of your existence to a definite purpose, you don't even exist. I don't care how Afrocentric your name is. You're not there. Because now you're a fool or just a bundle of biological programmed forces with an African name. That's a fact. Whatever's dictated by the energies of this universe for you to do is what you're going to do. Without even thinking about it. And if somebody challenges the program, then you have an attitude. You have a problem with that. Because you thought the program was you. So it's not even something you can look at objectively. A creator can look at all options objectively. That's how you know you've reached a level of creative consciousness. How can you create if you're only looking at one thing, what you've been told? That means you're going to paint and you only got one color. Somebody come and tell you, you know you only got one color. No, that's all I need. I'm straight. You're not creating anything. You're just dealing with all that you have. A lot of people out here are just dealing with all that they have. They haven't realized that they have the ability to create and manifest what they desire to be and be a part of that. It's not just a mental process of making affirmations. Not enough. You do anything mentally within your own consciousness. But if you don't have the discipline to act out the plan, I don't care what you done thought of. I'm going to express it this way. They say that thoughts are things. But thinking happens on different levels. You have the mental thoughts, but every action is a thought. So that means there's not one physical action without a thought. So thought is not only just happening as a stream of consciousness within inside of the brain. Everything you do physically is the product of a thought. That's a fact. So that means it's not the thoughts in your consciousness that are things, that are realities, that are paradigms. It's your thought in every action. The thoughts in your brain represent only 20% of your action. Do y'all hear me? And that's the only thinking that you are aware of. This is heavy. But everything that you do is thought. That's a fact. So you can't just change this thing up here that's moving and change the television channel, right? You gotta change thinking in action to manifest the reality.